screen, please let me know. Okay. So
Okay.
I hope everyone can hear my voice. It is audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So the topic for today that is on brain abscess. Okay. So whenever there is infection in the brain, okay, because of any injury, okay, whenever there is any gunshot or if there's any injury in the brain, it can be because of accident, motorcycle accident, ठीक है, जिसने हेलमेट नहीं पहना है, तो कोई भी एक्सीडेंट हो सकता है, मोटरसाइकिल एक्सीडेंट हो सकता है या बाइक एक्सीडेंट हो सकता है या कार एक्सीडेंट और एनी अदर एक्सीडेंट और इट कैन बी सुसाइड फॉल, ठीक है, that is fall from the from a height, from a great height. If anybody wants to suicide, okay, so they can fall from the building, from the terrace of a building of a 5 feet building or any building. So what happen is if there is any injury in the brain, okay, because we know the brain is a very sensitive and a very important part of our body. So if there is any injury in the brain, okay, and if if the injury is very severe, बहुत deep injury है, ठीक है, what happen is there will be inflammation, ठीक है, so there will be inflammation and there can be chances for infection, okay, so the bacteria will be present there, the growth of bacteria increases, ठीक है, infection start हो जाते हैं, ठीक है, if proper management is not followed, ठीक है, antibiotics is not given to the patient or any anti-inflammatory agent is not being given to the patient, okay, proper management is not followed, then what happen is धीरे धीरे जो infection है it will start increasing and ultimately pus formation will be there in the brain, ठीक है, so whenever there is pus collection or pus formation in the brain because of infection, so that is called as brain abscess. Is this clear? Okay.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
so coming to the definition, so the definition of brain abscess, okay, so just listen. Brain abscess is defined as the purulence, means how much infected it is, how much pus collection there is, and inflammation in one or more localized region within the brain parenchyma. Okay, so in the brain parenchyma, whenever there is any injury, there will be inflammation, okay, and ultimately there will be infection, and because of infection, the rate of infection increases. Okay, you're not managing it properly, so what happens is pus collection start हो जाते हैं. Okay, so whenever there is pus collection in the brain, within the brain parenchyma, then we call it as brain abscess. Okay, so this brain abscess या pus collection सिर्फ एक जगह में, maybe in the left brain. Okay, so it is not only present in the left brain, it can be in the right brain also, it can be in the frontal lobe also, it can be in the pons, in the medulla oblongata, so it can be in any part of the brain, okay, any region of the brain, localized मतलब एक specific area, ठीक है, so not only in one place but they can be in so many areas of the brain, okay, so this is brain abscess. Okay, so I hope my PowerPoint will show because I have kept some nice pictures also. Wait, I have to upload it again. Okay, so that was about brain abscess, the definition. Okay, so maybe everyone has or had pimples, okay, or they must have had boil in their body. So whenever there is a boil or whenever there's a pimple, okay, so what happen is if you're not taking care of the pimple, तो क्या निकल जाते हैं, एक yellow सा गंदा सा yellow thick secretions निकल जाते हैं ना from that pimple or from that boil. Okay, so that yellow color secretion which is dirty, which is thick, that is called pus. Okay, so just imagine when there is a pus in the brain, within the brain. Okay, so when there is pus collection within the brain, जो brain की activity है, जो brain की actions है, the functions of the brain, they will not be functioning. Okay, so the patient will have lack of consciousness, है ना, अलर्ट नहीं होगा, उनकी जो डेली एक्टिविटीज है वो अफेक्ट हो जाते हैं, ठीक है, दे विल नॉट बी एबल टू डू सम एक्टिविटीज, देयर बैलेंस एंड कोऑर्डिनेशन इज आल्सो अफेक्टेड, है ना, उनकी थिंकिंग एबिलिटी भी अफेक्टेड हो जाते हैं. Okay, so so that can because of brain abscess, so the person's daily activity also will be affected. Okay, so like I told you that if there is any accident, है ना, brain injury हो गया, or there is a gunshot in your brain, or if there is any accident, if there is any fall or any injury into the brain, okay, so that can lead to infection and that can lead to brain abscess or pus collection in the brain. Okay, but there is also another cause. Okay, like for example, if you have any ear infection, okay, I hope Mahisa has taught you about ear infection. Okay, so if there is any infection in the ears, or if there is any infection in the dental cavity, ठीक है, root cavity हो गया, ठीक है, because you're eating too much of sweets, you're eating too much of glucose, so what happens is your teeth, there will be cavity, okay, so there will be infection in your teeth, dental infection, ठीक है, so वहां से जो bacteria which are present in your teeth, which are present in your mouth, that will directly go to the brain, okay, and it can cause brain infection. ठीक है, is this clear? You can hear? Okay. Then if you are having any dental infection, or you are having any infection in your teeth, infection in your mouth, if you are having any infection in your tongue, ठीक है, tongue infection हो सकता है, or if you have any sinus problem, है ना, so infection of the sinuses, also sinusitis we call it. So if there is any infection in the sinus, or if there's any infection in the ears, infection in the mouth, in the oral cavity, okay, so जो infection है वहाँ पे, it can go to the brain, it will cross it will go into the brain, and there it will cause infection. Okay, so when there is infection in the brain, it will lead to pus collection. Okay, so brain abscess, or we call it as cerebral abscess. Okay, brain abscess is also called as cerebral abscess. So it is an abscess which is caused by inflammation and collection of infected material, or because of infection that is coming from any ear infection. Okay, having any infection in the ears, in the inner ear, in the outer ear, or you have infection in the pinna also, that can lead to brain infection. Okay, so any infection from the ears, infection from the mouth, from your teeth, okay, then any infection of the sinuses, sinusitis, or infection of the mastoid air cells of the temporal bone. Okay, there is a mastoid process behind your bone, so if there is any infection in the mastoid process, that can also lead to brain infection, and ultimately it will lead to brain abscess. Okay, or if there is any infection in the lungs, okay, lung में infection है, or if there is any infection in the heart or kidneys or any parts of the body, okay, so the bacteria from, for example, from the heart, okay, patient suffering from endocarditis or myocarditis, है ना, so patient suffering from any infection of the heart, the bacteria from the heart will transfer, it will go up into the brain, okay, anywhere in the region of the brain, it can cause infection, and there will be pus collection. Okay, so the main cause, so basically the main cause here can be because of bacteria, because of infection that is occurring, that is being transported from any part of the body. ठीक है, is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so you see, in brain abscess, okay, the causation or the causative factor for brain abscess, it can be because of direct injury on the brain, है ना? Brain damage because of wrestling, because of boxing, because of any football activity, there can be damage into the brain. Okay, so that will be a direct cause. And the second is a secondary cause, that is because of Gagan, mute yourself. रुको, मैं सबको म्यूट कर देती हूँ. Okay, so yes, so that it can be because of a direct cause. ठीक है, brain infection in the brain can be because of a direct cause, because of any injury in the brain, because of any head damage, head injury, or because you know, of suicide falls, or any motor accident, gunshot injury. So that can lead to infection in the brain. ठीक है, and the other cause can be because of infection in any body organs, okay, like infection in the heart, infection in the lungs, infection in the kidneys. If there is any infection in the ears, infection in the mouth, oral cavity, infection in the sinuses also, so that can lead to infection in the brain. Okay, so is this clear till here? किसी को doubt है? Or
No,
am I going very fast?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so causes, okay, so nearly anyone can get a brain abscess. So that is why I said that if patient is having any secondary infection, okay, lungs में infection है, so the infection from there, the bacteria from there can go to the brain and cause infection. So anybody can get a brain abscess or brain infection. Okay, but certain groups of people are at a higher risk than others. Okay, some diseases, some disorders can lead to a direct risk for getting brain abscess. Okay, so patients suffering from HIV/AIDS. Okay, so we know that if patient suffers from HIV/AIDS, so what happened is there's already a virus in the body, है ना? The virus is affecting the is affecting the liver of the patient. Okay, so what happened is the immune system of the patient is very low. Okay, so immunity is low. Okay, so what happened is your body is the bacteria in your body, any infection in your body is attacking your antibodies. Okay, and your immune system is very low, that the antibodies are not able to fight against the antigen. Okay, so the immune system is already low, and there is already another infection in your body, so there can always be a chance for brain infection. Okay, where the infection from the liver, it can spread to the brain, it can go up to the brain, and it can cause infection. Okay, either in the right side of in the right lobe or in the left lobe of the brain. Okay, so because of that infection, okay, there will be formation of pus collection. Okay, so patients suffering from HIV/AIDS, or patients suffering from cancer, or any other chronic illnesses, or any heart infections, or you can say congenital heart disease. Okay, so children suffering from congenital heart disease. Okay, so I have taught you congenital heart disease also practically. Okay, so if patients suffering from congenital heart disease, or any head injury, or any skull fracture, so that can so those patients, they are at a higher risk for getting brain abscess. Okay, then also another risk factor can be because of meningitis. Okay, so meningitis, you know that it is the inflammation of the meninges. Okay, so already in the meninges there is infection. ठीक है, हमारी meninges है वो infected है. ठीक है, so the bacteria from there can go and spread to other parts of the brain. Okay, any regions of the brain, and ultimately there will be pus collection. Okay, if you're not taking the proper treatment. Then another risk factor is immunosuppressant drugs. Okay, so there are some medicines like chemotherapy medicines or chemotherapy agents. Okay, these are immunosuppressant. They suppress our immune system. Okay, even though they are doing their action, that is killing all the cancer cells. Okay, so they are killing the cancer cells, and also our immune system is low. Okay, they are suppressing our immune system. So patient is already having low immunity, and therefore they are at a risk of getting brain infection. Okay, because immunity is low, antibodies, antibodies are not that strong to attack the antigens. So eventually the patient can get, they are at a higher risk for getting brain infection and brain abscess. Okay, then another risk factor can be patient suffering from any middle ear infection. So like I said, that if patient is having any infection in the ears, okay, it can be outer ear, external ear, or patient having any infection in the middle ear, or patient is having any infection in the inner ear. Okay, because of the infection in the ear, the bacteria can or the virus can spread to the brain and cause infection. So middle ear infections also, patients suffering from middle ear infections, they are at a higher risk for brain abscess. And also sinusitis. Okay, patients suffering from sinusitis, that is inflammation of the sinuses. Okay, so if there is any infection, any inflammation in the sinuses, so the infection from there will transfer, it will go up to the brain and cause infection. Okay, and ultimately it will cause pus collection. Okay, so these were the causes and the risk factors. Clear? Is this clear till here regarding the causes? Anybody has any doubts till here?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So, so like I said that suppose if a patient or if anybody has dental infection, okay, they have infection in their gums में infection हो रहा है cavity की वजह से, there is infection in the tooth, infection in the gums. ठीक है, so that is why we need to take care of our oral hygiene. ठीक है, we have to make sure that our teeth, our tooth, our gums are perfectly all right, they are in a good health, they are in a good condition, our teeth should be healthy. Okay, the gums should be healthy, so that there will be no infection and it will not lead to brain infection. Okay, so people having teeth infection, okay, people having gums infection, or people having tongue infection, okay, those who are at a higher risk of getting mouth ulcers, okay, so they are at a higher risk for getting brain infection. Why? Because the infection from the mouth can transfer to the brain. Okay, it can affect the brain, it can infect the brain, it will cause pus collection. Okay, so can anyone tell me this one of the risk factors for getting brain abscess? Who would like to tell me? Zinat है यहाँ पे? Zinat is here. Can you hear my voice, Zinat? Okay, Zinat is considered absent. Athira? अच्छा. Okay, so now you can hear. Okay, now you can hear?
Yes, ma'am.
Acha. Okay, so Zinat, you are there?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell me one of the risk factor for getting brain abscess? एक risk factor बताओ. No answer. अगर नहीं पता तो बोलो ना, नहीं पता.
मैम नहीं पता.
अच्छा, very good. ठीक है, अथीरा. Athira is there. Kunal, are you there? Kunal, can you tell me one risk factor for brain abscess? How can we get infection in the brain and then pus collection will be formed in the brain? How? How can we get infection in the brain? Tell me one risk factor.
Meningitis.
Meningitis. Okay, very good. Okay, so apart from meningitis, there can be head injury, okay, infection in the oral cavity, then sinusitis, having inflammation of the sinus, then ear infection. Ear infection is very common. Okay, people who with infection in the ears can ultimately get brain infection. Okay, if we are not treating the infection properly. Okay.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
that was about definition. So I've taught you about the definition and the causes. Okay, so coming to the sign and symptoms. Okay, so the sign and symptoms here, they develop gradually. ठीक है, धीरे धीरे the sign and symptoms will show on the patient. एकदम से sign and symptoms show नहीं होता. ठीक है, they do not develop suddenly. हाँ बोलो.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
मैम आतिरा का मैसेज आया है, उसका नेटवर्क इशू है और माइक डिसेबल है.
No, I have enabled everyone. मैंने change कर लिया setting.
Okay.
Okay, so coming to the sign and symptoms. So like I said that the sign and symptoms, they develop slowly, okay, over a period of 2 weeks, or they may develop suddenly. So the sign and symptoms, they will show gradually. Okay, धीरे धीरे the sign and symptoms will show on the patient who are suffering from brain abscess. Okay, so the sign and symptoms may include number one, any changes in the mental status of the patient. Okay, so their mental behavior is changed. Okay, patient can have confusion. ठीक है, confused हो जाते हैं. Which is which color is what color, and you know they are confused with the time, they are confused with everything. ठीक है, so confusion. Number two, their response. Okay, the time of response is very slow. Okay, so they are response to the question. If somebody is asking them a question, okay, so their responding time is very slow. Okay, so decreasing in responsiveness. Then third is drowsiness. Okay, patient can feel very drowsy, sleepy. Okay, so patients with brain abscess, they can have drowsiness, they can feel very sleepy. Okay, and ultimately they can go into coma also. Okay, then other symptoms are they are not attentive. Okay, they are not able to have that attention in class. Okay, so when they are in class, or when they are in any office, or anywhere, even at home also, so they are not able to have that attention power. Okay, so they are inattentive. Then the other symptom can be easily irritated. ठीक है, irritability. they जल्दी irritate हो जाते हैं. ठीक है, they can have mood swings. Okay, they are very during mood swings they can be very irritated. Okay, they do not like this, they do not like that, so they get easily irritated. And the other symptom can be slow thought process. So they have their thought process, their thinking ability, it is very slow. ठीक है, so that is why I said that if patient is having any infection in the brain, okay, any pus collection in the brain, that can affect their thinking ability. Okay, they're not able to think properly, they're not able to give reason properly, they're not able to uh, do their daily activity also. Okay, so these are the symptoms under the changes in mental status. Okay, so apart from their mental status changes or mental status behavior changes, patient can have decreased movement. Okay, their movement of their hands, movement of their legs is slow. Okay, so eventually they will have slow walking. Okay, they will be very slow in walking, they will be very slow in uh, uh, doing any activity, in brushing, very slow in taking their phone, very slow in taking their eating food. Okay, so their activity is slow. Okay, then number 3 is decreased sensation. So their sensation, their power of sensation, okay, their senses, they will not be active. Okay, so they will have some decreased in smelling. Okay, they're not able to smell properly. They will have decrease in hearing. ठीक है, hearing ability decrease हो जाते हैं, vision ability decrease हो जाते हैं. They may have vision problem, blurring of vision, not able to hear properly, not able to smell properly, not able to uh, have a difference of touch also. ठीक है, not able to differentiate between cold and hot. ठीक है, तो sensation में भी affect हो जाते हैं. Then number 4 is decrease in speech, very slow, not slow but very difficult in speaking also. ठीक है, उसको बोलते हैं aphasia. ठीक है, so aphasia is decreased in speech, decrease in talking, decrease in verbal communication. Okay, then a patient can have fever, can have chills because of infection. Okay, patient can have headache also. Then language difficulty. Okay, so that comes under verbal impaired verbal communication. Okay, so language, their communication also will be affected. ठीक है, इनकी जो coordination है, muscle coordination, okay, their hands and legs coordination, that is also affected, so loss of coordination. Then number 9, loss of muscle function. Okay, so those who are going for gym, regularly going for gym for exercises. ठीक है, so once they develop brain abscess, okay, once there is pus collection in the brain, तो क्या हो जाते हैं, उनकी जो muscle activity है वो भी decrease हो जाते हैं, so they are not able to perform the exercise properly. ठीक है, so they can have decreased muscle tone, they can have decreased muscle activity. Then number 10, patient can have seizures. ठीक है, because it is affecting the electrical impulse. Okay, so there will be too much of electrical activity, disturbance in the electrical activity. Okay, so that can lead to seizures or epilepsy. Then number 11 is stiff neck. ठीक है, जो इनकी neck है वो stiff हो जाते हैं. Okay, so they are not able to turn to the left side, to the right side, or they are not able to move their neck properly. Then number 12, patient can have vision changes. Okay, so their vision also, their eyesight affect हो जाते हैं. They are not able to see far objects or they are not able to see near objects. Okay, color changes हो सकता है. ठीक है, they can have photophobia, that is sensitivity to light. Okay, whenever the sun rays or whenever they see light in their room, what happen is their eyes are affected. Okay, so they will have irritation in their eyes. They cannot withstand, they cannot see the light, so it is affecting their eyes, so they can have photophobia also. Then number 13, patient can have vomiting. Okay, they can have nausea, vomiting. So these are some of the signs and symptoms of brain abscess. Okay, so is this clear with everyone? I really apologize. I don't know why my PowerPoint is not showing in your screen. I think there is maybe some Wi-Fi problem or internet problem. I don't know, but I will definitely share this PowerPoint in your WhatsApp group. ठीक है, क्लास के बाद एक बार देख लेना. ठीक है. Please
Okay.
adjust a little bit. Okay, so I've is this clear about the sign and symptoms? Anybody has any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So now coming to the diagnostic test. Okay, so first of all, okay, we have to perform a neurological examination. Okay, perform the neurological examination. We will use the Glasgow Coma scale. Okay, if the patient is to check the level of consciousness, because in brain abscess their alertness is affected. Okay, so we have to perform neurological examination. You have to perform physical examination also, check their vital signs. Okay, so all that will be under physical examination. And also health history is very important. You have to ask about their health history, their present medical history, their present surgical history, past medical history, past surgical history. So all these are very important. Then we can perform a blood culture test. Okay, so I have put the pictures in of blood culture bottles. Okay, so we know that blood culture sensitivity test. This is to confirm whether there is any infection in the body. Okay, whether there is any infection in the patient. Then we can also, another diagnostic test is chest x-ray. Okay, if patient is already having heart infections, then we want to confirm if, because of heart infection, patient is having brain abscess. So we can always perform a chest x-ray to confirm whether there is any infection in the lungs or any infection in the heart. Then we can also perform a CBC test to check their hemoglobin, to check the TLC count, WBC count, check their platelet count. Okay? Because whenever there is infection, the WBC count increases. Okay? So from that also we can always give an estimation ki maybe patient is having infection in the brain, and because of that there is pus collection. Then CT scan of the head can be performed. Then EEG, electroencephalogram, where we check the activity of the brain. Okay, we check the the electrical impulse to check whether they are they are normal or not. Okay, so we can perform an EEG also. Then MRI of the head is performed. Also can be done. Then we can test for the presence of antibodies, okay, on the patient. Okay, so testing for the presence of antibodies to organism like Toxoplasma gondii and Taenius solium. So these are some microorganisms. Okay, so if you want to confirm whether the patient is having these infection, we can also check for their antibodies. Then we can also perform another test, that is needle biopsy. Okay, so a needle biopsy, it is performed, or it is done on the patient so that we can confirm कि हाँ patient को infection है या नहीं. ठीक है, so a needle biopsy is usually performed to identify the cause of infection. So we want to know which microorganism is responsible for this infection in the brain. Is it a virus or is it a bacteria? ठीक है, so if you want to confirm, we can also do a needle biopsy test. Okay, so these are the diagnostic tests for to confirm for brain abscess. Is that clear? Anybody has any doubts with diagnostic tests?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so what do we do when there is an infection in the body? What do we give? कौन सी medicines या कौन सी agents हम देते हैं for reducing the infection? What do we give? Can anyone tell me? If there is a bacterial infection in the body, then what medicines do we give to the patient?
Antibiotics.
Antibacterial.
Okay, and if there's a virus infection in the body, then we give antiviral agents.
Antiviral.
Yes, and if there is a fungus, then we give antifungal. Yes. Okay. So in brain abscess also, okay, so you want to decrease the infection. Okay, because of infection, there is pus collection, है ना? So we want to decrease, we want to cut off the infection. So what will we give? We will give antibiotics. Okay, so antibiotic medicines should be given to the patient. Okay, so a brain abscess is a medical emergency. So if there is any brain abscess or if there's any brain infection, so we have to take it as a very important condition or very medical emergency. Okay, pressure is because why? If there is any infection, even in case of meningitis, if there is any infection in the meninges or if there's any infection in the entire brain, so what happen is the intracranial pressure, ठीक है, जो pressure है inside the intracranium, that is increased. Okay, so whenever there is increased intracranial pressure, okay, so the patient's condition is very critical. Okay, so then it is a very life-threatening situation. Okay, so we have to consider the condition of the patient to be a life-threatening situation. Okay, so we need to hospitalize the patient. Very important thing. Okay, so पहले तो hospitalize करना है. Even if there is a small infection, we have to hospitalize the patient. Why? Because if there is any infection in the brain, it will lead to increase intracranial pressure. Okay, so we do not want the intracranial pressure in the brain to increase. Okay, so so medication is recommended if the abscess is very rare. Okay, if the abscess is less than 2 centimeter. Okay, if the pus collection is very deep in the brain, it is present deep inside the brain, then in such condition we can give medications also. And if there is an abscess and meningitis, then we can give medications. Okay, and like I said, that the first medication that we give to the patient is antibiotics. Okay, so antibiotics we will give if bacteria is the cause. If virus is the cause, we will give antiviral medicines. And if fungus is the cause, then we will give antifungal medication. Okay. So apart from this, we can give, patient will have headache. Okay, patient can have headache, so we will give analgesics to the analgesic medications to the patient. If patient is having vomiting or nausea vomiting, then we can give antiemetic medicine like injection M.Sc. Okay, then uh, uh, if patient is because there is inflammation also, so we can give anti-inflammatory agent like corticosteroids, hydrocortisone injection, efcorlin injections. Okay, so we can give these so that inflammation जो rate है वो decrease हो जाते हैं. ठीक है. Then these are the medication management. Okay, now coming to the surgical management. So surgical management is needed if there is increased intracranial pressure. Okay, if ICP increases because of the infection, then we need to do the surgery. Okay, then number 2, we need to do the surgery when the brain abscess, when that pus collection is, the volume of pus collection is very high. Okay, so there is too much of pus in the brain, so हमें निकालना है, so we can do it by surgical management. Then it is also done if brain abscess contains gas which are produced by the by some type of bacteria. Okay, so if there is gas in the brain abscess in the pus collection because of some bacteria, then we have to do the surgery. And the last is, when do we do surgery? When there is any rupture. Okay, what happened is there is there is pus collection in the brain, intracranial pressure is also increased, so what happened is it can burst it out. ठीक है, वो जो pus collection है, that can burst it out, it can rupture. So in such cases we have to do the surgical management. Okay, so is this clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
यहाँ तक clear है with the medical management? Okay, so now coming to the surgery that can be done to the patient. Okay, so the surgery will consist of opening the skull, which we call it as craniotomy. Okay, craniotomy is opening of the skull. So we will open the skull of the patient. Okay, we will expose the brain after opening the skull. We will go into the brain, expose the brain जहाँ पे भी pus collection है. ठीक है, so we will open the brain, then we will drain the pus collection. Okay, so we will use we will try to drain it out. Okay, we will try to suck the pus collection. Okay, so this is the surgical management. Then lab tests are often done to examine the fluid. So we can always, जो भी fluid हमने aspirate किया, जो भी fluid हमने drain out किया है, we can send that pus collection for test, for any lab test. Okay, so by doing that we can identify what is the cause. Is it because of bacteria there is pus collection, or is it because of virus, or is it because of fungus? Okay, so by identifying that which is the cause, we can, depending upon that, we can give the medications also. Okay, so the surgical management is first craniotomy, open the skull. Second, brain को expose कर लो. ठीक है, which part of the brain there is abscess, उसको expose कर लो. Then after that you drain the abscess. Okay, so I have put two pictures. Okay, so by seeing the pictures also you will understand. Okay, then the second surgical management is needle aspiration guided with the CT scan or MRI scan. Okay, so here what do we do is we insert the needle. Okay, there is a long needle. Okay, there is a picture also. So there is a long needle which is inserted into the area where there is pus collection. Okay, so we insert the needle along, at the same time we will do a CT scan. ठीक है, साथ साथ में एक CT scan भी कर लेंगे while we are inserting the needle. ठीक है, so we are inserting the needle going into the brain region where there is pus collection, and then we will drain it out, we will suck it out. ठीक है, that is we will aspirate the pus collection. ठीक है, so with the help of that needle. Okay, so we are aspirating the pus collection with the help of a needle, and at the same time we are doing a CT scan. So this is called needle aspiration guided by CT scan. ठीक है, so during this procedure, injections or medications may be injected directly into the mask. So certain diuretics and steroids may also be used to reduce swelling of the brain. So we can give diuretics, okay, so that the edema will be decreased, and we have to give steroids. Okay, we have to reduce the inflammation. So we are giving corticosteroids. Is this clear? You can hear me? किसी को डाउट है यहाँ तक? So is this clear with the surgical management? Okay. Okay, so in surgical management there are two procedures. One is craniotomy. Okay, craniotomy with exposing of the brain, and we have to drain the abscess or drain the pus collection. That is the first procedure. Then there is another procedure which we call as needle aspiration guided by CT scan. Okay, with the help of a CT scan, you will insert the needle inside the brain and you will aspirate the pus collection. Okay, so there are two procedures in surgical management. Okay, so I've done surgical management. I have taught you medical management also. Okay, so now coming to the nursing management. Okay, so nursing management, first of all, monitor vital signs. Okay, we have to monitor the vital signs, follow the doctor's orders. Okay, whatever medications he has prescribed, you have to follow the medications. Okay, whether it is IV, whether it's IM, whether it is orally, specifically follow the dose of the medications. Then you have to perform sterile, after the surgical management, you have to maintain sterility. We have to perform sterile dressings. Okay, sterile dressings should be performed And also we have to assess the mental status of the patient, okay, by doing a Glasgow Coma Scale. Okay, so with the help of Glasgow Coma Scale, we can identify whether the patient is alert, whether the level of consciousness is normal or not. Okay, whether the patient is conscious or unconscious. Okay, then we have to check for any seizures. We have to check for any visual disability, any visual problems, hearing problems. Okay, then the family members also will have to be educated about the disease condition. They should know what is brain abscess, what management we have to follow. Okay, so all these should be explained to the patient. Okay. Then we have to check for their speech, okay, level of consciousness. I told you by performing GCS. Then we have to check for their speech. Okay, we have to check for their. We can perform the neurological examination also. Okay, then we have to check the increased ICP. We have to check for the intracranial pressure also. Okay, then assess the patient for any nausea, vomiting. Okay, vital signs that I've already said, we have to monitor the vital signs continuously, put the patient on cardiac monitor. Okay, check their ECG, check their blood pressure, check their heart rate, temperature, pulse. Okay, everything. So patient needs a close monitoring. Okay, even before surgery and also after surgical management, patient should be on a close observation. Okay. So is this clear about the topic for today, that is brain abscess? Anybody has any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so I will send the PowerPoint in the group. Okay, so एक बार PowerPoint देख लो. Okay, with the help of PowerPoint, because I have put so many pictures, I thought that the PowerPoint will be uploaded, but it is not being uploaded. So I really apologize. Okay, so